Mina ngikren mosangithi.
Yeah. Anyway, you were talking about the Julius thing.
Yeah, I was talking about Julius. I'm sure he was saying ukuthi Omegji is politicizing the youth. Ukuthi ba aphuze. So he's actually making the youth to drink more alcohol and to not follow into politics and vote and stuff like that. So that's what he was saying. Yeah, well.
So, where did this whole thing start? Mina ngilahlekile ezama politics, I'm not too much into them.
Mina bengicabanga yabo because uMacG there was a time where bekunalento le angisho ukuthi mabahambe and things like that. So uMacG uye waringa ku podcast yakhe ukuthi uJulius Malema like imanifesto yakhe on on the website here EFF, it was saying ukuthi they will protect ama migrants or ama economic migrants.
Now that's Julius.
Yeah, that's on his like website. Ukuthi uzo protect ama economic migrants, whether legal or illegal. Yeah, so he was just saying ukuthi that thing is also in their website. And then I think maybe this was just a clapback Malimo towards him to say ukuthi this guy ufundisa the youth to drink and to and it's better.
Hey, my politics dog, man. I don't want to dwell too much into politics because now we don't know who's watching. Ngayenza go to EFF ufuna ukufanda i-podcast thina sesibheshe EFF manje, you see.
No. Mara bokuyivari mfethu. Into vele iyenzeka injalo then injalo mfethu. Yabo. Singabini ukuthi manje the whole world is soft inking.
Do you think soft or hard?
Nah, I think it's soft, dog. Yabona, you say one thing and then you are cancelled just for words for
okay, in that manner. Yeah, I think yeah.
So nje abantu ngibona ngathi ba soft manje abasafuna ukuzivara. Even now this whole cancelling thing, getting cancelled for just for saying something or for stating the truth. So each have manel better.
So who do you think is driving that narrative? Once you say something like we are on a podcast now, and then once Sati, just like the previous episode, Siti Abafaze Amapara, and then the next thing we get cancelled. So who do you think is supporting that narrative? And then the next thing you are cancelled.
Mina ngicabanga ukuthi mfethu sekuhamba nomona phakathi.
Yeah, but I think social media as well. I mean, hopefully you can't just win tweeting, especially when it's gender based. There's going to be that attack because there's probably going to be those few females but she will the podcast on some hey why babu aso and hence like there's certain things you need to be careful of saying because but like one trip better and the next thing you'll see is spanning, for example.
So what happened to freedom of speech, Khanti?
And not ngoba na freedom of speech vele to what Uri is saying, they attack your bag. You lose your bag for other things. So I understand not to go to why we never used to have this thing. So what makes it.
Do you think this thing is driven by a white monopoly? Like if we win Gamla and you say bad thing on a podcast, do you think they would cancel you? Or as to Udaki and then you say shitty thing on a podcast and then they cancel you? If, let's say, Umekji was Stefan Dudoit, do you think if he would say these things he's saying, Bazozama will sign a petition to cancel him?
And you'll correct me if I'm wrong. I think Nakona, it also depends on how you make your money as well. Because there are people who have a lot of money, who have the free will to say whatever it is that they want to say. As an example, I've seen there's a guy in America called Dan Bilzerian.
Okay.
That guy who always has like 20 chicks with him and stuff like that. So he always talking like Kukulmintezi hectics, but that guy still has money and things like that. And also, when Beba Kulmango Ike Kumalo. Ike Kumalo, he says whatever he wants to say. And then Nusol was saying he thought that guy didn't have any job, and things like that, based on how he talks. Because now we are if you have a job and you're more likely to get cancelled.
He's been suspended quite a whole lot of times.
Yeah, like
Also, I mean,
yeah. So I think it comes down to wenza kanjani inyuku yakho futhi.
Yeah, no. I think very the world is becoming too soft in that narrative.
No, I wanted to add, Guti, I think from my observation, I think what the white people, how they do, they let the black people be their own enemies. I feel like we already hate on each other naturally. That they don't really need to do much. They may put things in place for us to hate each other, but we do that by ourselves in most cases. So which is why even when a black person becomes successful, the hate usually comes from another black person. You know what I mean? So it's to answer that question where you're asking about if it's the white monopoly, if it's the black, whatever the case. I feel like black people just hate each other naturally. Those cases.
Like we've seen that happening, Spanini and stuff.
Have you all experienced hate from a fellow black person? And if so, like what happened?
You want to take this one?
Probably hate, not in a sense of feeling it, but you can sense that, you know what, umuntu lo akagcwali ngami, yabona. And umuntu wakhona will never approach you and tell you ukuthi enhle nangigcwali ngawo, yabona. And you just need to obviously there's energy, you can see ukuthi man undanga makakhuluma nami he's weird or different, yabona. And you only then hear from omunye umuntu ukuthi man like le wayingakuthandi. And mina, I'll never confront them. I'm not confrontation. I believe in one thing, that you need to kill someone with kindness.
Yeah.
So if umuntu treats you in a certain way, it doesn't mean that I need to change who I am just to please that person or continue being who I am. And most of it is just kindness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got you.
I get where you're coming from, but in my case, I used to be a nice guy, dog. Like your eyes.
Used to be.
Yeah. But now I prefer to be nice to people I don't know. If someone like Espanini, ngispana nabantu engingabazi, ngibazi ngokuthi sisebenza sonke. This is uzibani ngisebenza naye, but not on any personal level. Abantu abanjalo, I can show my gratitude to them. Ngibe umuntu okrent towards bona. But people close to me, I decided not to be a nice guy anymore, dog. Because people take you for a pussy once you start being nice. So nje, mina ngishentshile quite a whole lot. Sengumuntu, if I help you, you must just know ukuthi you have a special place in my heart. But then sengulo muntu lo mawuthi Frodo asenze ini ngiboleka iclip once ngathi no, imagine me saying no to you ufuni 100 rand nge25. You must just know ukuthi I quality. Yeah. So I believe in revenge, but nani lapha emakhaya. Revenge is the key. You angeke ungenze into ebhedayo and then the next thing you expect me ukuthi I must let it go because I want to be the bigger man. I used to be like that, but now I'm hurtful. So I'm not saying you viewers must do the same. It cannot be now. Angeke ungibhayizise Friday, ngikubhayizise Saturday. Ngakubamba 20 years later. That's just the type of person that I am currently because of abantu bangiphushele ukuthi ngibe njalo. Yeah.
Ish. Can I ask something? So in a sense where, let's say, Okawatwake girl, maybe girl was cheating or whatever, will the revenge be the same?
100% though. 100%.
What's the best way to revenge a girl? Look, Febele and Fit.
I would say, okay, I think my perspective. When you might come up with something different from what I'm about to say now. But mina, the best, if a girl would cheat on me and I'm turned, there's two ways. It's either I dump and leave her. But ngoba ngumuntu othanda revenge, I'm just gonna keep on selling her dreams. Ngiyamxolela siba mnandi engimthanda enye indlela akaqala ukuyibona akayazi le ndlela. And then once she's comfortable, ngiyamgudluza where it hurts. La ngacabanganga khona ngiyamgudluza, and I'll make sure ngiyenza nomuntu so close to your heart ukuthi bayam-admit nasesibhedlela aphathwa depression. Yes. Yeah, I'm just that type of a guy. Because manje ngikhathele ukuba wathi sharp ntwana. Akuningi sama out sharp, and then in response abantu bakubhayizisa. Friendship wise, relationship wise, family wise, and especially family. Family ayikho grand mfana. Ayikho grand. And this whole thing is a cycle. Ngizofika nginikhalele ngithi yazi ntanga ekhaya uzibani cousin yami yenza so only to find out ukuthi nagini from your side of the family you have that one person who ends the very same thing. So siphila into eyi-one emhlabeni kahle kahle. If there's a druggie at my house opeminya opyakazwisisa ushaye audit lakhe inini, you might go to find out ukuthi nagini ukhona lo muntu loyo somewhere somehow. So nje mina revenge is the key bafethu I-blind.
Any thoughts?
Oh, sorry. Yes, in and out. So what is the context?
Revenge or not. If someone does something bad to you, do you revenge or you become the bigger man?
Yeah. I know. I think you become the bigger man. You know, there's a saying that success is the best revenge, right? Yeah. So I believe in that statement because I do believe that, like, if you think about what revenge is, right? It's tied to emotions. It's tied to a lot of things. It's almost like forgiveness. You know, they say usually when you forgive somebody, you're not doing it for them, you're doing it for yourself, right? So the same line with jealousy, the same line with revenge. I feel like somehow, however you respond, it says a lot about you and not about the other person. So I'll say be the bigger person.
Actually, it's like, let me tell you about my character.
Okay.
If Udi does something bad to me, it doesn't only affect my relationship with Udi. It's going to affect my relationship with my kids, my girlfriend, my mom, because now I'm stuck. Dark cloud. How could this nigga do this to me? So now the relationship with my kids is on the line because ngidinegela abantwana fast, ngidinegela girlfriend fast, because of one person, Udi. I'm just that type of a person. Ngakwata, I don't do great anyway. From emsebenzini, dog. Nkwati so ude lokshini Saturday emsebenzini, I'm like a ticking bomb. I just tick. So ngiyayigwema lento ukuthi umuntu angikwatise bese I just let it slide. I can't, dog.
Okay, then let me ask you. Have you ever tried to figure out why you're like that?
Okay, according to my analogy, I think I sat down with I sat down with myself. Discover. As like I was saying like a few minutes ago, I used to be a nice person, dog.
Yeah.
But I didn't feel what you said, or it won't affect me in any way. But I'm cool. I was like, no, man. People are taking advantage of my generosity. So let me just fight fire with fire. That's how it just started. But pinpointer, Guti. Njoba ubuza question ukuthi how do you think it started? I would refer it back to my relationship, dog. My first heartbreak, let me be a dog once here. But I'm not saying I'm a dog to omunye mucholo. But after my first heartbreak, I'm fine. Kule kwabanzima ukuthi ngibe ulo muntu bengiuye in terms of family wise, friendships. I decided no, let me just fight fire with fire. If we are better, simple. But then one thing I'm good at is revenge over his cat, dog.
Okay.
If you can hurt me now, 2026, I'll revenge myself 2030, dog. I don't forget. I forgive, but I don't forget.
Yeah.
So that's just who I am, fortunately.
You know, like the reason I'm asking, I was speaking to someone during the week and they mentioned something which is very insightful. And they were saying that all of us as grown people, as adults, internally we are just kids who are trying to get things that we probably didn't get when we're kids. So it's like there's a child inside of you that's trying to either get approval, that's trying to make right of things that you didn't get as a child. But as an adult, how you're reacting to situations, the way you interact with people, it all goes back to what you were not given as a child or stuff like that. I don't know if you believe in that or you think it's just whatever it is. But
To a certain degree, yes.
Is it?
Konale more like you grow up and there's certain traits you have, and the certain things you do, and in that sense, you're just trying to please that one person who maybe on a repetition of time, not I know it's this all, oh it's this all, oh it's this all. So over time, that gap by just trying to seek that approval. Yeah. So to a certain degree, yes, I agree. I agree.
Yeah, actually, it depends on the character trait. Because I never wanted to seek any approval from anyone. Whatever I did growing up, I'm here where I am now today because of my choices. Not necessarily, Mara. Let me say, maybe in terms of finance, I didn't get anything I wanted.
Not like that, but I know of people who grew up where their parents were never happy with anything.
Ish.
So as a result, they've now turned into people who are constantly seeking that validation, not just from home, but from everyone. Because Mzwalina is happy ka 1, 2, 3.
This thing of comparison.
So yeah.
Yeah, nah. But it is what it is. Anyway, welcome to another episode of It Is What It Is. It's your boy for the fantastic, delicious vanilla strawberry cupcake. I'm singing a peralania fresh makado di ma rooftop like leopards. Chilling with my boy, Yellow Bone.
Hey, Udi. I've got a number.
You forgot
of
your
names. I've got a number of names, but Daniel is also one of my names. Bobo is also one of my names, but Naki Udi. Udi. There's Bob Dan. Yeah.
That's wrong. I've got a question, guys. Ne?
Yes.
What do you all think about naming ingosi ngamagama wesingam manje? Okay, so I understand, Daniel. You don't have it. It was the olden days and things like that. Now I've got an English name. I'm Michael.
Mike.
So what do you think about that? Do you think it's still a good practice or indovele that we should like stop doing? Because I've noticed as well with Ama 2000 manje, they are going back to that. Ababiza bantwana babo ngabo Star, Rain, and things like that. Do you all think it's a good thing or is it something that we should leave behind?
I'm not sure. Why I say this because the name Daniel was passed over to me. Oh yes. The Tamalam is Daniel.
Same here.
Yeah.
So, and when my kid was born, I remember I ordered like Langbos, like, are you also gonna name him Daniel? I was like, nah, I'm gonna do things different. So, yeah, I think to a certain extent into SSA corner, I think in the Sazos corner, I think it goes in phases. There's gonna be that phase where maybe that 10-year where everyone just has an English name, and then there's gonna be that phase where everyone now has Libizola Seats. I remember there was a phase where Batu were naming their kids after Muslim names. So your Wahid, Abdul, Muhammad. So I think into that we can't say what is Opela. I think it's just going to be a continuous generational thing.
I mean, my take, I don't want to bash your parents, guys. I don't want to bash your parents, guys. But I think this thing, name your child an English name, it's like Makishin or the apartheid eras. That's my take. No, that's my take because I see no reason why I should name my child Brandon. Brandon or Brandon uba wagupi. So that's just my take. All my kids abanawa makama wesingam. I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but I'm thinking where it started mandulo ngale nkathi zaboma apartheid and stuff like
because
that.
the bosses couldn't
pronounce it. Because if you think deep into it, if let's say for what it matters, azang gwaba nabalungu South Africa, do you think you'd be Michael?
No, I don't think so.
You see, so that's just my take on it.
Yeah, because nami ngiyacabanga ukuthi is it not a lack of pride in us as the people nje yabona? Because I would say this as well ukuthi it's not gonna happen that you would find maybe an Afrikaner family or maybe a Muslim family where they name their child Tando or Runtlantla or Ruban yabona? But why is it that from our end we can do it like that, but maybe from the other side they can't do it? Is it not maybe a lack of pride in ourselves?
Yes, dog. It is. It is a lack of pride, I would say. Because, manje, sorry to say, disclaimer, I'm not disrespecting anyone, disclaimer. But olden people, abazali, for me, baba dumb, dog.
You.
Yeah, I don't know if it's the big word to use. But I don't blame them because laba bazenge ngondo abazali bethu they were too physical. Amangamla wafika ngeskela. So that's why you end up having omayikhelekas. But like I'm saying, if azange wafika amangamla bengeke kube no brand in elokishini. Yeah, so I wouldn't say it's a lack of pride or anything, but incindezelo yenqondo from Great Britain or somewhere, or I don't know who even colonized us. Is it Britain or Netherlands? I don't know. Maranje yonke lento le icade lapho, dog.
Yeah, but the reason why maybe I can use the word lack of pride, maybe. Uguti, because we were colonized, there was things like oppression there that we faced. And then we name ourselves after our oppressors. Couldn't we just say maybe something like, nah, angeke nje siyazi
Why
abantu
go
basipayisile,
Michael?
uyangithola? So yeah, you gonna think kanjani. So which comes to the very same thing nangeyinwele zabogele yabo. I don't know ukuthi ndenkani ngayo this thing of having weaves and abothira bayenza into enjalo.
When it comes to women, I don't want to dwell too much. I like women have their own way of thinking, dog. We love them, yes, but they just have their own way of thinking. Like I would go, girlfriend I'm via salon, baby kape salon, kie salon. Like not so long ago, she was doing her nails. When the marabuye motweni, sakangifundisile ukuthi kumele ngimncome. Because if awumncome, it's a problem. So uyangena ekarini yawabona amazipho. And not that ngiyamncoma because ngifuna ukuchaza yena. Ngiyabona ukuthi no man I uzibanibani wenze like a very proper job. Ngithi I know baby amazipho wakho fanda high. Is the one. Oh, instead of saying thank you. Oh, should lawa last bawangekho the one. But you see how they think.
Yeah.
I mean angiwathandi lana, they are a bit shiny and stuff like that, but so now what do I do from there? What do I say? Ayithi ungijwayezile ukuthi ngiyancoma. Kufana nale inwele. Uzohamba wenza inwele for what it matters ungene ekarini. Maybe I'm busy with something, my phone or anything. I end up driving. Sesikhuluma ngenye into. Sakasawa. I don't know ukuthi manje why sakasawa. Only to find out ukuthi ubuye salon and mina zange ngithi umuhle. Yeah. So yabona ukuthi kanti kube beka stick to straight back sakhe seyinwele zakhe zasemzansi. It was gonna be like it's one of those things usolo umuntu lo. But now because une 13-inch Brazilian Peruvian what sekumele manje ngicome. No, I ngikahleni.
So personally awuvumelani nayo on this whole thing I'm a Peruvian or you don't care.
I don't care. Not that umuntu uyenza into ayithandayo yabona.
Yeah.
Mina nje ugelwa wami ukuthi une Peruvian une straight back ukundisha scope. For me, I don't see any difference. She's beautiful in her own rights, whether makeup or not. Oshapu, baby.
Look, yaga Frodo chilo no hore. Unale her own choice. Hore unjani okwakhe. As long as yana muhle, regardless. But me if bogo yangam, fan dreadlock fan. I dreadlock.
Tanda maras, tanda inside.
Oh, nice.
Okay. Then can I ask quickly, maybe just to piggyback on that question. So what are you guys' thoughts on love languages, right? Do you take an interest in knowing your partner's love language? And also, do you know your own love language?
I wanna let those umcholo modernized.
I know, but I mean,
modernized.
but we're in it.
Yeah, we
are.
We are. In my case, I was taught to take notice of these love languages. I didn't know ukuthi kunento ebizwa ngama love languages until sengiqala sengijola serious. Umuntu athi, what are your love languages? If you take a close look at social media, there's people abababuzayo ukuthi, what's your love language? Athi Sisotho. To show ukuthi they are not well aware of what we're talking about. So now I'm khulile ngazi nix ngama love language until now I started dating seriously. So now I take notice of my girlfriend's love languages. I'm forced to do it as well. But personally, I don't care about that, dog. I really, really don't care about that. But because baby is driven by, I don't know, social media or society, and then we, as much as Bati men are leaders, at the very same time, we are followers when it comes to our feelings of baby. So we just follow what they want, just to keep them happy. But we are ngami. These things are just a drag, dog.
But like, do you know the love languages? All 5 of them.
I don't know if I do, but all 5 of them. I think I do.
Okay. Udi?
Love languages. Yeah, no, I follow them.
You will have a boy.
Yeah, but you need to. Never mind that. I'm aware of mine. I think it took me some time to figure out what I actually would like.
Can I interrupt you?
Sure.
Please tell us your love language.
Yeah, I was about to say, let's give us context.
Before you continue.
Affection. Mm-hmm. Affection. Number one.
Physical or emotional or
everything.
So,
everything.
Okay, let's do this. So there is physical touch.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
There's quality time.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
There's words of affirmation.
Mm-hmm.
There's gifting.
Yeah.
And then there's acts of service. So they all play different parts.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So when you say affection,
I'm referring to physical touch.
Okay.
As well as act of service.
Acts of service.
Yeah.
So those are your top 2.
Top 2.
All right, cool.
Gifting as well. Yeah. Baby, no. So yeah, I'm also a gifter, but also I don't impose my language. So I'm not expecting already this is what I want. Yeah. I expect you to do 1, 2, 3.
Or you just lead and then abone by your act of services.
Or no, regarding gift. Maybe
you teach your girlfriend how to do things. Quality time, number 1. My number 1 love language is quality time. I love spending time with my girlfriend.
I'm the same with you.
More than anything. No. Yeah.
But I think also it's important to clarify, which it becomes confusing. When it comes to love languages, it's how you receive it or how you give it.
True.
No, I'm saying, from your understanding.
Both.
Okay. So when you say your love language is physical touch and acts of service, is that how you want your partner to love you or to show their love? Or is that how you show them?
I show them that type of way of love.
But he's leading by example.
I'm leading by example. So it's not that I'm expecting that in return, but... Yes. There is that expectation now. This is how he did things. Maybe I should be doing things this way.
Yeah.
Secret schooling her. Like, you're not telling her how to do things.
No.
If I'm gifting, my love languages. The gifting, you'd get someone who's never gifted a boyfriend and stuff like that. But if you keep on buying her stuff, eventually,
yeah.
Also, matenga.
And you, Chicken?
No, I mean, I'd say for me, acts of service is what I would like to receive as a love language. Is it?
But that's what I'm saying. It's very confusing.
A question. That's what he's asking.
Yes, because sometimes
acts of service from who?
From my partner.
Your partner.
So do you teach her that, or let's say you get someone who doesn't give you those acts of services. So how do you go on about it from there?
Ndabayazi, with this whole teaching chicks thing, No, I don't think it works, dog. I think you must just find somebody like that. Now that's what I believe.
Okay,
in
so now
personally.
let's say you get a girlfriend now. Okay, your current partner. I got an act of service. So what do you do from there? You leave.
Ang Jolina in the first place.
Okay, so you're one of those guys who touches cut before Jola. Like you
Yes.
get to know someone.
Yeah. When I would say I haven't dated much. Yeah, but I'm very picky when it comes to the people that I date. Yeah, but I will say ngiyenzekile ama mistake ngizithole sengijola nomuntu wengazilindelanga ukuthi vele ngijole naye, but the people that I choose to date.
What are you attracted to? In fact, all of you guys, like awujoli sonke sisingile. Ufuna ukujola. What do you look for in a lady, starting from physicality? Give this one to you. Ubhekani, awujoli usingile. Ufuna uchero njani? Physical wise. Well, okay, let me just simplify it. What's your biggest attraction? In le A1 also ibona no.
Impundu.
Before he answers.
Impundu yengaka.
So that's honest.
Okay, Nakhona, before you answer, is it fair or is it a good like thought to say it bofun cheronjan? Because I know sometimes with guys you want somebody who you're gonna have a serious thing with, and sometimes you just want somebody.
Okay, let's say a serious thing.
A serious
Mara, firstly, let's talk about the physicality. Usingil, ufuna uchiri. Yini lezo attracta kulo chiri physically? First.
Actually, no. I retract that.
Okay.
Smile.
Smile.
Yeah.
So if uhlangana nochiri aka smile,
Yeah.
Okay.
It means you're not welcoming.
Okay.
Yeah. So a nice smile. Mazinho, everything. Yeah.
And that's a demeanor. You want a nice demeanor, bigger walk, and you can just tell, look, yeah, this is a woman in a low or color. So yeah.
Yeah.
Me, I always go for toes, dog. That's why in my longest times, let's say it's summer or I'm a toes. Yeah, I know this is the one for me, and then I'll take it from there. But if like I can see like the most beautiful chick on earth, approach it. But if the toes are not nice, it's like minus 99 for me out of 100.
Like, how does that work? Yes, because you're not the only one.
I don't know. Maybe fetish. Yeah, maybe fetish. But toes to me, dog. Yo. Like, dog, the prettiest of them all.
But what do you like doing to the toes? Is it just
nothing? Just looking at them, dog. Just looking at them. Oh. It brings that. I don't know what to call it, but just looking at them, it just says these are nice. Ngadlela kuzo lezi.
Yeah. And then, for me, I'd say maybe same as Udi, smile and eyes. Because I feel like for me, the way a girl looks at me,
Sansa, hit me up. Dog.
I feel like that would, her eyes.
Eyes.
Yeah.
So do you prefer China eyes or big eyes or bedroom eyes?
I know when I see them that I like these. I can't really say it, but I know what I know. I like this girl's eyes.
Yeah.
But simple stuff like that, man. But pretty much.
Yeah, by the way, guys, shout out to Sansa who's blessing a visit. Yazo shoot us. Well, how do you do it, Sansa? It's 6x9. 6x9.
16x9.
Yeah, 16x9. Yeah. Shout out to Sansa, dog. Decided to bless her with the teachings. Sansa has been in the game for such a long time, dog.
Sansa,
shout out to you,
quickly,
Sansa.
Hey,
dog.
Hey, you want to tell me about this?
How?
Let's tell the people a little bit about you, man. Even though they don't see your face. Yeah. Tell them about USB, whatever.
I'm on, right?
Yeah.
Everything started in this house, actually.
Yeah.
From the get-go. I used to, me and him happened after matric. We were in the same school, which is Spaf Silolehwati. Yeah, he was in Rosebank College when I was doing advertising around 2003. He was doing graphics, so it all started there. And I did my first recordings. I did my first recording here, and when the coming out of Hidden Force, Squatter Camp, Abu Mags, Pro Kid actually, we used to come and have after parties at this house. And he had resources and time like here.
Yeah, pops.
Pops. It was called Pops Entertainment, you know. And from there, man, I never looked back. You know. I bought my first car in Mali that we made from the event. From the Maslatini Park. And yeah, man, that sounds. And now I'm just the guy in the industry.
Thank you, boy. All right, guys. Yeah, Ali show. Besazidlalela besakhuluma nani guys. Kayiqala ke manje. Guys, kunento engiyibonayo lapha ku social media. Angazi ngiyalandela bo ma crime watch. Mina ngithanda into ezihlanga the way I hate crime, I'm always attentive to crime. What do you guys think about this whole thing? Ukuthi kushone uzibani bekuyiginsa, and then the next thing niggas come and shoot their guns, they spin their cars and stuff like that. Because for me, so this thing was actually trending Izolo day before Izolo, which there's actually gunshots and marimba or what to a point whereby Cathora's Crime Watch posted which some of the guys were shooting rifles and stuff. So what's your take on that?
It's just the risk of the people who'll be around. Look, I've got nothing against how they decide to celebrate Muto. But it's just that how to decide how Spinagar and Honalibon Khono, who can't really jump strata as quick as we could. That's where the risk is. And in terms of the gunshots, what if you have what you didn't say Shapa Motomoto? So that's the one thing. But if they feel they want to celebrate Moto, Katsila Eo. Katsila Bon. It's just that it's just the safety.
Don't you think this thing also goes hand in hand, Nojwala? Because I remember I lost my cousin Nokolo, if you remember. Nokolo was not a comrade, was not a Caspina, was not a thug, but damn dog, gunshots. It was like terrible. And comrade, so don't you think that's also driven by alcohol consumption?
Wait, are you saying Moto Nasaiti?
Nothing. It's just a lady, or maybe because she died by a gun, a bullet. Maybe bona by push a narrative. But for me, bengasi comrade, bengasi utsotsi, bengasi next mara, the amount of gunshots as was really a funeral in like ematuneni from coming back to endlini. It was just ridiculous.
The crowd she kept.
I wouldn't know. But as far as we knew, I associated with those kind of people. That's why ngithi mhlambe ngoba ubhode ngoba bamdubulile. Maybe that was the modus operandi. But I really don't know. That's why I decided to bring this up because of the Cathora's Crime Watch page. But calling ukuthi emarimba kuyadutshulwa so because Uzbanbani has passed on. So that's why I decided to engage in that.
Okay, because had she been Mamfundisi, do you think the same would have happened? If Bogu Mamfundisi, I don't think maybe there would have been Ipam and so somewhere along the line it goes Nangoguti Uyanabega mix and Avantabanjani or who did she grow up around So yeah, but that thing Nam I don't like it. And the reason why I don't like it is because when those bullets go up, they certainly must come down. And then now I've seen instances where but batubuleka kanjalo bullet liza from phezulu lungene from izenkel shayingosi and things like that yabo. But nakhona I would say it's our culture futhi khona like us, you know, ekasi mfethu siphila motherfucker mfethu ye kasi yonke into wrong right yabo.
So is it a yeah or nay
for yona?
Yeah.
Now for me it's like it
is what it is.
Yeah, it is what it is. It's the culture of cars. Siyazi ukuthi when a dog passes away or if umuntu vele began a certain type of influence in the hood. That's how you celebrate their death. It's just something that I see that we do in the hood. But this thing I don't like it as well. I don't feel safe when they doing it neither. I'm thinking police law they can come vele panty and things like that. But no, it's cool.
Any last words on that topic?
Nah. Like I said, I'm not against them celebrating Motoga the way they feel, but it's just the safety behind it.
Have you seen Epitor? How they celebrate deaths?
Hey.
Epitor is wild, dog. Drugs. If you're an alcoholic, they pour ama whiskey, epoxin lakho, and things like that. If we para la sekasi, bafika laphana bazotwerka dog. Epoxin lakho and things like that. It's just wild, khona liyabo. And then now they don't see it as a bad thing now, but because it's their own culture, they see it as a good thing. But watching from the outside in would see but if you grow up from that whole neighborhood, you just know it as something that's normal, something that's just been done.
Yeah, today guys, Nico, shout out. My boy, Mr. Bones. Utsidiso Babs in Kadimeng, Niamaz. He just walked in, my friend. Shout out to Utsidiso. This guy is fresh from America, guys. This guy, we are Messi Ganji. Tinu Messi smiles on poster. This guy was rubbing shoulders with Messi. Shout out to you, dog. Shout out to you, my boy.
Thank you for the invite, guys.
Exactly.
Sure.
Quickly now, I wanted to ask the boys a question though. What are your guys' thoughts on bro code? Like, where has it worked? How, like, what are your feelings about it? Where do you think there's a bit of gray area? Because I saw somebody was talking about the problem with bro code. Sometimes it can have a bit of gray area in terms of how it affects. So maybe for you, I might do something and you say I'm breaking bro code, but vice versa, I'm like, nah, I didn't break bro code.
Can you simplify it? Are you talking about relationship wise?
Or just in general. I don't know. Like, where does bro code
Bro code Bro code is very important. Bro code number one. You don't date my ex, you don't date my sister.
Okay.
These are the most two important bro codes for me.
Okay.
Do you mean that time so you can't date my ex-girlfriend, you can't date my sister, dog. So,
Okay.
No, yeah.
So that's
That's the top two. Yeah, that's the top two for me.
man.
I think I remember in high school, man. In high school, there was a better where you date your friend's ex and whatever. Where if nigga is all going no, engathola ke di-chest pains you know sense hore friendship wena ga lo mo batla motho ga lo mo shebile. So now that I'm out, we're now right, this is your chance.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, bro code is a must, especially go much day.
Okay. Because also I think maybe another additional. Oh, sorry, G, do you have your? Yeah. So I wanted to add, Guti, let's say a scenario where boys are out, maybe one is married or is in a serious relationship, you also in a serious relationship, shit goes down, and then your friend ends up feeling obligated because what he saw you doing, he doesn't believe in it. Where does bro code lie in that kind of scenario?
Yeah.
Because like that's where the gray area part comes in, because yes, bro code is to like, yo, whatever happened. I've got no right to expose or talk about it. But how I feel about what you did, I feel some type of way. So how do you think a guy should handle that kind of situation?
I think it also goes back to your character, dog. But if uchiki ngivanaye ushadile na mina ngishadanga bese mangiqala ngathi ngilahla intambo uyangilanda athi no frauds what you're doing now. If mina ngilezi ezinevar via bro code, I would just have to listen to Jiggy and respect what he's saying, because he's married and he doesn't like that for me or for himself as a married guy. So at some point kuzomele ngimlalele good time I know. And like I think as gents we must always have the same mindset, dog. Angeslo solo usikhuzana nawe njalo uyakhathaza, dog. Angeslo usikhuzana nawe. So in that instance I would advise ukuthi mamela, dog. You must just listen. If umngani wakho shadile uthi now what you're doing is out of line, I think you must just listen, dog.
Okay.
Yeah.
I disagree. I disagree.
Give us an insight.
No, sometimes I think we because sometimes when bad things happen, there's a blessing maybe sometimes in that bad thing happening. But sometimes some people they have to learn lessons the hard way. And I feel a good because I don't tell people how to live their lives. But maybe I can give advice. But for his own life. Because I know I've been in a situation or I've been at a point where I was doing all sorts of wrong things. And I feel that was very vital for my growth. So I think had I not done those things, I'd be a different person. So I think me doing those things actually made me a better person. So I feel like if somebody comes in and tells me, nah, don't do this, don't do this, don't do that. So I feel like in a way, they are kind of standing in the way of my blessings.
No, but then that great area he's talking about, he means in terms of advice. I can't step in and tell you what to do or not.
Yes.
But then advise, dog, what you want to do or what you did. I think I so.
And then at the end of the day, you make the decision.
Yeah,
of course, yes.
Yeah.
Manje, if somebody get yankwatela, kazangikhulumisa for whatever I did, mina and yourself, that's crazy.
No, I think if I have no cooler because let's say if I no Frodo wins a 1 2 3 1 2 3 diamond. No, skates so. And then he ends up making his own decision.
At the end of
the day. But he's an adult and I can't really force my advice to him and that he should take my advice. I mean, I'm just giving the advice Guti hasn't because of 1 2 3 1 2 3 rather sense so.
Don't you all think Guti maybe we should change that whole thing maybe that I just said and we need to come up with a way of IPRO code where maybe if somebody does something simshange pande sonke or something
in front of the people or secretly.
I'll tell you what I think. Our women don't feel safe around guys. I was actually looking at a video today where a guy was saying ukuthi ubona ucheri uhambe estradini ebusuku yabo and then he's like good dangerous lalo cherry lo ahamba khona let me just give her a lift yabo. The woman refused ukuthatha lift. She would rather walk ebusuku lapho kuleyo ndawo leyo dangerous leyo because of the fear that she has for a
That's a guy. Shout out to that woman dog. Cause manje abafana ntangathina sila sihlezi sibhekile. Like I remember this other time ngeke ngabuye sprayed kwakati ngenyawo. Ngithola ama lift mhlamba i50 endleleni but I refused. Why nifuna ungilift? And in most cases kunamachita i4 ekarini. But we happy. So I think leyo decision girl it's a 2-2 situation. Uzogcina limala or uzoba safe because now akusathembakali next tangachiki. Eka sindota the hood is very bad to a sense whereby okay if uzo accept her leyo lift leyo the next thing she's abducted or raped or killed. So it's better ukuthi okay. And I think as umuntu omnyama don't know if it happens ebongamleni kune sixth sense dog. If danger is looming, you can feel somewhere somehow with no man la ngizopayiziseka. So in most cases sikhule sazi ukuthi abogel banesibindi in regards to ugel sihlangana naye. I think we also have had one situation like that. Sike sakhapha umunye uchere zonke or bekuphi lapha bengihamba nawe. I just don't khona uchere sike samkhapha hamba nomntana ngazi simkhaphe zonke sihlangana naye ebusuku ngo11 for her to agree ukungena ekarini I risk dog.
With the point is, that guy who did the video, he's a genuine guy, because he was hurt in a way. I was actually genuinely trying to help this person because she's a woman and accepts soon and danger. I wasn't gonna do her any harm.
But the problem is, they come genuinely.
But the thing is, going back to what I was saying, shouldn't we change the pro code? It's because I'm pretty sure we all know a guy who has violated a woman in a way. And abanye siphila nabo bayi yabo. So is it not like justified for her as a woman to feel how she's feeling unsafe because there's always somebody around who's gonna do into ezinjalo, given nokuthi nathi siyabazi bona labo bantu laba abayenza kanjalo, and for the fact yokuthi nokuthi we know somebody or we know a woman who's been violated, yabona, every one of us knows a woman who's being violated, then it means ukuthi there is a guy around us who's violating bona labo butcher labo bonke labo sibaziyo.
Let me ask you a quick question. If you would find me ngumuruchirwa, what would you do?
If ngithola ushawuthi rock abethu ngizokhuza
Eswankhuzeki.
Angikhuza uzokhuza.
So I'm asking you this question because now, even if we introduce liberal code yokushaya abantu ngebhandi, but some niggas dog eye. It goes back to character traits. Unjalo lo muntu lo siyakhuza senze and say, and what pisses me off, uguy umthola shawucheri wakhe uzingene wena. Khuze. And at some points whereby ucheri she's critically injured. 2 weeks later, ucheri self uposta the way athanda uguy ngakhona. So that's just nonsense, dog. Yeah. That's just nonsense. Because that's why the narrative yokuthi indaba zabantu abayi-2 azingena. Obviously, ama instincts guy. Mawuthola usanza ubabs asha ucheri wakhe. As a guy, I must step in, dog.
Yeah.
But then into enkhinyayo ukuthi lo cherry lo after yonke le nonsense lena ucherry uqhubeka ajole nontanga. I would give you a practical example. This thing once happened to me. So I'm sleeping endlini. I could hear ukuthi man kuno cherry ngaphandle screaming for her life. So at that point in time bekuna le narrative yokuthi ku Facebook yazi kuzoba no cherry oscreamayo bese once uphuma for ukuyomsiza kanti bafuna ukukungenela for house breaking. Yes. So this chick is screaming. Ngabo 1, 2 a.m. Hayi ngiyabona ukuthi la. Let me decide to go out. Mangiphuma. Hayi vele nangu cherry outside my gate. Ugcwele igazi, dog, like from head to toe ugcwele igazi, like ngiyabona manje le ayingangami le. Ngikhuluma naye from the gate now. Ngithi what's going on? Athi boyfriend yami yangishaya. Who's your boyfriend? Uyazama uku-explain, but I think because of the trauma akakwazi ukungi-explain la into depth ukuthi kahle kahle kenzakalani. Angidecide ukuvula igate. So back of my mind I'm like, if I die, I die. Ngivula igate ngiyambheka vele she's critically injured, dog. Uthi kimi ucela ngimfake endlini. To me I'm like angeke ngikhona ukufaka endlini, but I can help you ngokufonela amaphoyisa or call someone athi no asifonela amaphoyisa. I'm about to bash SAPS currently. So siyawafonela amaphoyisa. It was 1 a.m, 1:30. Ngawa explain ukuthi abafethu ngilele kunochero ngaphandle uyascreama mangiphuma this is what happens. Uchero akanamazinyo. That's how serious this thing was. Akanamazinyo ugcwele igazi. So ngicela nize nizomsiza ngibagaya address and stuff like that. Like after the call ngitshela uchero ukuthi unfortunately ngakusiza ngokufaka endlini, but the way you are looking angifuni kusasa sizijikile izinto bathi mina I did this to you. So this is as far as I can go. Ngafonela amaphoyisa and stuff. Ngimdirecte kwenye indlu just down the street ngasekhaya kuneparty nyana ngithi yabona mongaya la kugcwele ama-auto amazulu and definitely they will protect you. So mvara ugela hamba lapha yana. Guess what happened next? Ngifone ngo-1 ngifonela amaphoyisa afika ngabo 5-6 ekseni. Into yantathakusa afika ngabo 6 ayangifonela ethando singaphandle. I told those cops shit ukuthi for off ngihlukana nami and stuff like that. Sharp mangiya la ngimthumele khona ugela abafethu bathi izolo kufika ugela so ngithi awuthumelwe yimi but ayisizamile ukumsiza and yazi iboyfriend yakhe ubani, they name drop the boyfriend. How serious? Sharp ugela uhambile wayovula icase nani. So uguy iole like ngathi umachuzunyana epolice station. Uguy bamthatha bamusela impompo bambalekisa. He only like ngoba only like ucaptain or whatever. Sharp. To my surprise, dog, uguy uyabuya nawe eLimpopo maybe 4 months later or whatever months later. Ba happy blind abadlali love lives here. Bathingela namafla. The same chick ubuyele with the same guy. So that thing nje into ezinye zenza ukuthi sisabe ukusiza abocherry ebusuku. Sometimes you'd see this girl is stranded, but if we asiza omunye uzothi uyamsiza, the next thing kufika amaphoyisa ekseni bathi wena umrapile.
Okay, I don't know if you have anything to say.
Yeah, just to add on that, good, you know, go thusa motho no tricky in a sense or you might be getting yourself in so much shit just no Caesar. So I think it was very nice of you to say Mutole, but it was very smart of yours come to Melora again. Because if not again, it was another thing. What if I like Chiga at Yane frost the home shy? Axundanga lawyer. So yeah.
Don't you think we have to do something to those guys? Because it's the wrong thing.
So that's the question. We can decide to move perhaps because he's doing this and this and this.
Actually, we guide code. We know it's our new guide code. We protect our women because mind you, our girl in bed to they are. I don't know, bangati bashing women and shit like that, but they are not inferior but weaker. We are more stronger than them. We can dominate them. So the only type of protection that women can have is protection from us against Onamachita because we have the same strength.
But the problem is now, not every guy is thinking like us. Tina Joba's clearly last podcast and I'm glad you might have the same mindset to Guti. We must say no against the gender violence. Only to find out there's other group of men, 10 men, marabona they are all for gender-based violence. So angeke bakhona ukukhuzana labo bantu abanjalo. Understand?
And I think you're right. We can have that bro code. Mara
yes, no.
As aliens primary, maybe.
Aliens primary, and just from that age, just bakhule going forward. You know what? There's a class that you attend on a daily basis where they just talk about protecting family, just to raise boys the way men are supposed to be leading.
Can I be a corky gangan? Sorry guys. So if two gay men are dating and then the other one is mooring the other one, is it also gender-based violence?
Issues violence.
Sandra, take that one. CD, so whoever dogs.
No, that one is just violence.
It's not gender-based. It's violence.
It's violence. But also that person, whoever is doing the fighting, there's going to be someone who's winning. And the one who's winning knows what's I'm shy. So still you're taking advantage of having more power over someone.
So it's violence, not gender-based violence.
But still you're taking advantage. Because most of the time these things happen even with women. Because you know your woman, you know she's not gonna turn on you. And she's not gonna betray you or do something against you. But when you take advantage of that, because now you know she's not gonna report you, I'm sharp. She's not gonna do this, you embarrass her in public. And then she comes back because you know you've got control over her.
That's just a fucked up mentality, man.
Don't y'all think as well, Uguti, this whole thing that we are talking about now, right? Doesn't it also boil down to the failures of our society, especially when it comes to cops, like SEPs? Because if you think about it, SEPs is preventing these type of things from happening because the SEPs, they are the ones who are supposed to enforce the law. So now, like maybe let's say if you know that you're not gonna get any type of punishment, maybe with the cops going to jail, spending time, doesn't it also create that thing? That thing and then it leads us having to discuss things like this. City, don't we need a bro code? Which of protect or protects the society and all.
To me, SEPS is just a shitty conglomerate. Amapoisa ayabheda but not all of them. But into ebuhlungu ukuthi ngathi out of 100, I 90 ayabheda, I 10 are sharp. So amapoisa for me, dog. They're not doing their job properly. And I believe it also goes back to indaba zomdabulo. Amapoisa hola inyuke encane, dog. So untanga uhola maybe approximately 15,000 a month, and then I report a case which now please come fetch him. Magafika udomgaya 30,000. So do you see ukuthi uyabona naye untanga ukuthi compared to the 15 blocks that I'm getting, let me just take 30,000 ga udi nglathi docket or whatever the case might be. So I think it all goes down to salary. For me, SEPs, teachers, nurses, like healthcare facilities, I think nabo bekumele ngabe siyababala masibala abantu abahola inyuke ebhaya dog. Maybe prevent. I'm not saying prevent. I'm just saying maybe prevent yonke lento enzakala la.
How much is enough for maybe those people?
Maybe 50.
50K.
Yeah.
And then wouldn't that create a situation where now people are coming with 100K to say, now 100K? Because there's never a situation.
Yeah, too much money ain't enough money.
Exactly.
Yeah. But now the problem is buying a abantu abane 100K compared to abanganayo.
But still bakhona.
Yes, but they are few. Intanga ezinto is fana nokuchithelwa. You can't prevent ukuchithelwa dog. You understand what I mean? So nephoyisa shuthi kahle kahle iyangomuntu. If mina ngiyafika ngizokubopha wena uzongaya 100,000, akhona amaphoyisa angalithathi lelo 100,000.
Yeah, but I think they just have to teach integrity. Maybe
but integrity is not taught, dog.
It is, because I've seen I'm a soldier like Wangara States, there's some type of belief that they have that they are serving the community or they are serving their country or and I think that thing they instill in them when they go to those academies. But
now you go on and watch movies about those very same soldiers. There's always going to be that one soldier who betrays the whole troop.
But now you said 190.
Exactly.
So if you flip the numbers around, it's 90, and then there's 10 who can betray. The situation becomes better.
But that's what I'm saying. Integrity, you can teach integrity all you want, but it goes back to lento elebe sikhuluma ngayo ukuthi uchere oyisifebe kushuthi bamkhulise kabi, which of course that's not the case. Uchere bangamkhulisa kahle 100%. They give her proper whatever, but still not decided with this is the life I want to live.
But with what you are saying, it forgets the fact that there are actually some people or some groups out there who are actually doing a good thing, like right. It happens, there's these groups, they're doing the right thing. Konamama groups, they're not so doing the right thing. Meaning, there's something that group is doing.
So you are agreeing with me with yonke into iqala ngomuntu.
But man, I'm sure it's a group. It's holistically, but like bonke. SEPs, there's a certain culture here, SEPs. It was very called. There's a certain culture, maybe let's say as an example, soldier, let's say America, that they know in our culture, since we are soldiers, we believe in the soul.
I think this whole thing must be maybe implemented from a very early age.
Yeah, which is what Udi
said.
From school.
Because manje uzothatha mina la ngina 35 kulo nyaka ufuna uyenza iphoyisa. Obviously I'm going to take bribes, dog. I'm going to take I am going to take bribes, dog. 35 years. Lento lento tayabusamse mele iqale as early as it can. Ungithatha ngina 35, like currently I'm not earning the amount of money that I want to be earning. Bayangithatha manje bayenza iphoyisa. Uchi is a famous drug lord, uPablo. Ngifika la kwajiki ngombopho ujiki athi hayi nayi 200,000. And then I compare it to my 15,000 monthly income. Ngizothatha yona whatever. So Bafethu, is it time up?
That's almost so doing an hour, manje.
No, we can keep it going. If we want to keep it going, we can keep it going. How?
Hey, can we pause it? I need to pee.
You need okay. Go pee, Bafanas. So guys, just to round it off, mina personally ngicwala ngamaphoyisa. Ngicwala ngamaphoyisa grand. Amaphoyisa bheda ngicwala ngawo. So I don't know what you guys wanna take about this whole thing yamaphoyisa and stuff, but for me nje akhona amaphoyisa abhedayo, akhona amaphoyisa grand, mara in most cases a grand i 10%, abhedayo i 90%. Yeah.
Which is why we're experiencing what we're seeing emadlanga. Everyone getting exposed.
You see
every week.
You see kunomuntu omusha every week.
But all of this goes down back to integrity. Even
yes.
ushaya intombazane. Where did you learn that?
Hey, mfethu. Hey, abazali bakho thola ukuthi bakukhulise grand.
Hey, because most of the time it's like, bro, intombazane uyishaya ngoba, are you trying to prove a point or you trying to assert dominance? And now Uchigi is there. We actually Uchigi. Why am I asserting dominance? You associate dominance.
Can I quickly tell you a story about hating women? So, Mina, I think you know the story. All my life, angaze ngashawu cherry mina. Ngaze. And my friends would always come to me and say, "Oh, guys, thina sike sayenza." And I would swear with Mina, never. And on my grandmother's grave, I would never hit a woman. Until this particular time, same day of the conversation with the gents, same day. We are figuring cherry at that point in time. Siyacabana about whatever. Uyaxapha ndoda uyangishaya. Kwadla. Hayi ngimbamba izandla ngenzani. Yendoda ayalahlela lo muntu lo. To a point whereby ngathi saka calm down. So uthi kimi I want food. Siyavaya so buy food. While I'm driving after asangishayile mina ngisongizamile ukumbamba nan. So we go and buy food because I see now she's calm. Sivaya so buy food. I think we went to a chicken leg in a gosport. So masiphuma, I feel like some Red Bull. Ngidecide ukuyibamba nge-entry ngiya kuphi Esprit View. Mang on ramp imoto sihamba ngabo 120. Hey, ayalahlele enye into serious lo muntu la. Emehlweni ndoda. Ikari seyalesi. Sharp, I was able to handle the car. See, now I'm very pissed now. Sharp ngithenga Red Bull. Futhi azangisayithenga ne-Red Bull. Ngene esendlini. Masifika endlini usafuna ukudla. Ngathatha ibhandi dog. Hayi ngamura dog. Ngebhandi. So this thing, it's a 2-2 situation. I'm not promoting it, mara abantombazana, they are very provocative, dog. Yeah. Very provocative. Anyway, guys, it was another thrilling episode. Episode 24, eh?
Yeah.
Of It Is What It Is. I was co-hosting with my boy Yelebonu Daniel. Because the normal co-host, Soap unespan gube soeto. Shout out to Soap. I hope everything goes well. So bonana next week, Buffet to Soap. I hope you're good wherever you are, Buffet. Dango.